Many Face Publishing. Good evening, man. I was able to get a real beautiful view. The sky looks great out here, man. Look, man. Just so y'all can see, man. The city looks beautiful tonight, man. See the train. Beautiful view out here tonight, man. Beautiful view, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the city was lit too, man. I was getting out of work and they got this club. It's called, I don't know if it's a club or a comedy club or whatever. But that shit was bananas, man. It's called Rodney's. Right there on between 62nd and 61st and 1st Avenue. Oh man, that looked like a place where you needed to be, man. Shit. But you know, we cooking tonight, man. We gonna pressure cook this. There's a few things we gotta talk about tonight, man. Just the pressure cookers on, man. Mainly, we're gonna talk about Caitlin Clark, man. And you know, the talks about, you know, around like, you know, things like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp, and you know, because they're, you know, the two main males that have highlighted her. You know, now they're you know, going on I Told You So tour, right? So, with that being said, you know, let's talk about it, man. Now, she's playing lights out. I ain't gonna front. Caitlin Clark is balling, man. So she is balling right now. And, you know, her numbers are going up. You know, it's a matter of time. Remember, she's only a rookie. But she's balling out of control right now. She's got that team. Well, that team is over 500. I don't want to say just her, like she's the sole culprit, but you know, with her out there, that team went from nobody respected them to make the playoffs to they're in playoff contention, and now they're above 500, and they're playing great ball. They're probably one of the hottest teams in the league right now. And I remember I said, you know, I liked her game, but it wasn't no grit to her game like that. Like, she wasn't getting down and dirty. You starting to see her get physical now. She's going to the rim. You know, she says scoring average is going up. You know, she's getting used to the WNBA, used to the abuse now. You know, so she's standing the test of time so far. And she's balling, dude. I ain't gonna lie, man. The girl can play. She has a total game. She can beat you off the dribble. She can score and get layups. She can shoot. You know, we already know what she can do shooting wise, right? And she's only going to get better. And she can pass her behind. That girl can dish the rock. You know, so you know, she's playing with a lot more effort, and that's what I wanted out of her. And you know, it's looking good, man. You know, so she's definitely shut me up, and I mean, I wasn't really a harsh critic of her anyway, but she definitely, you know, answered the things that I felt she needed in order to, you know, get to this next level. And she's only going to get better. So, that being said, right, you know, so Sheryl Swoops and Stephen A. Smith going back and forth, right, last week about, you know, Caitlin Clark. And we also have, you know, Stephen A. Smith on I Told You So tour. And, you know, I want to give both sides, man. Like, it ain't really both sides, but, you know, to the defense of the WNBA players, right? You know, because what I what's being said is like they should hold the way it's being looked at is because the way it's presented is like they want the WNBA players to lighten up, take it easy on her, hold on a pedestal, carry her around, praise her, and just because she's bringing some attention to the league, that's not their job. Their job is to play ball. Nobody's saying they can't say she's a great player and stuff like that. And I think, you recognize greatness when you see it. But, it took Jordan a couple of years before people started calling, before Larry Bird. He was only in the league 3 years, right? And Larry Bird said, man, that's God, like, dressed up as a basketball player. But they didn't say that his rookie year. They knew what he was in his rookie year, but they didn't give him that high praise like that. Remember, he still had Magic and Bird out there. So, I think that's what I was getting at. Somebody compared her to Jordan too. But I don't want to get too far ahead. But that's part of what I wanted to talk about too, the comparison. And you gotta be out of your mind to compare her to like now her rookie year, she's got more hype than Jordan. But Jordan, his breakout performance against the Celtics is what it was in the playoffs, and that's what really got everybody's attention. People knew he was a great player, but he wasn't really winning a lot of games like that. Even though Jordan in college won the chip. See, there's a lot we can't compare with Michael Jordan. It's different, but we're gonna stick to Caitlin Clark real quick and these plays. When it comes to, the players are not responsible for hyping her up and putting her on the pet. They shouldn't have to do that. And what Cheryl Swoops and other players and Monica McNuts and all of these ladies are saying is there were players that are great players throughout this league that are way more accomplished than what she is. She has stats, but her stats are almost like her stats, they ain't coming with no trophies. There's no NCAA championship. She's made it to the championship game. But she hasn't closed the deal, you know what I'm saying? But, the stats it's not producing the trophy yet. And, when we measuring greatness, you gotta measure it with championships first. You gotta be, because you could be a great player, but you don't have that trophy. It kind of takes you off that pedestal slightly. And but with the WNBA players, they're not responsible for hyping her up and all that. That is the WNBA's job to do that in the media. The WNBA, they messed up by not putting her in the Olympics. She should have been in the Olympics. Because if you're trying to, now I understand what Stephen A and them is saying. They're saying from a marketing standpoint, you should put her in the Olympics, and they're right. To me, she should have been in the Olympics. You're going to win regardless. They're going to blow these teams out, and nobody's going to want to watch the games because the games are blowouts. But if you have Caitlin Clark out there, somebody that's everybody's, talking about it, the hype around the world, she's hype around the NBA in the United States, so we present that to the world. That brings a more global audience, because now this is the girl that everybody's talking about, and, they're going to come out to see her. She's Little Red Riding Hood, right? So, of course, they're going to come out to come see her, and, they dropped the ball with that. She was supposed to be on that Olympic team, and she wasn't there. And that hurt the stock. You know what I'm saying? They're saying we putting the best team out to win. This is where the players come in. I don't think the players wanted her to outshine them, to me, so I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but because of the backlash she was getting, they probably didn't want the players to feel like she was gonna outshine them and take the spotlight away from other players, because that was already happening here. So imagine if she went over there. And see, that's the problem that these young ladies are having with her. They don't feel like it's better in the game. It's better than her. It's bringing attention to her. It's not bringing attention to the game, because if it was bringing attention to the game, when I get pings on ESPN, it's Caitlin Clark foul. Caitlin Clark did a good pass. Caitlin Clark made a layup. Caitlin Clark dribbled the ball at the court. Caitlin Clark tied her shoes and looked at the ref. It's always something with her. And they feel like, and it's not just the black players. Remember, Diana Taurasi was telling them before she even got there, you want to go through it, whatever. You want to see how good you are. And it ain't really about color, but it is. But the color part is not something to really highlight too much, but it is the main reason why she's getting the most attention. Because when you look at those other young ladies that are talented, like the Diana Taurasi's, the Sue Birds, Brianna Stewart's, all those young ladies that came through. I remember Rebecca Lobo she was getting praised back in the day, but not as much as this. They didn't have that total package that this girl has. Like, this girl can, even though those players were way more accomplished, and better basketball players, and as far as more accomplishments with championships and leadership and things like that, she brings, excitement to the game because we've seen the likes of Steph Curry, and she plays like a female Steph Curry, and that's something that, none of us have ever seen in women's sports. Somebody that can pull up from deep, from half court and shoot three, and have range like a man, like Steph Curry, like can dribble and take you to the rim, and beat you to the rim, can pass the ball and all that, give you nice passes, and I'm not saying these other young ladies like the Taurasi's and them, didn't have those abilities, but they didn't bring that pizzazz to the game like she has. And plus, she's from Iowa or whatever, and so she has more of a storyline to her. She's from a small area, just sort of like Larry Bird's story was, and the other part is, the color, so she's something that, they can rally around, and as she's living up to the hype, so the WNBA, to me, was supposed to be like, yo, we're going to put this young lady in the Olympics, because they were going to win that regardless. They're beating the hell out of these teams. Having her on the team over the other 12 players is not going to affect the outcome of the Olympics. So it really wasn't about that. It was about her outshining everybody else. And when they say, people always want to use the term hate, I don't think it's really hate towards her per se, it's hate towards the system. The system is what people are hating, because the system is putting her above the game. And this is what is pissing these girls off, because you have a lot of young ladies that have paved the way for, there to be a WNBA. You have the Cheryl Swoops, you have the Cynthia Coopers, what's that girl name? Tina Thompson, the Diana Taurasi's, the Sue Birds, the Rebecca Lobos, the Candace Parkers, the Lisa Leslies. You got AJ Parker. What's her name? Not AJ Parker. AJ Wilson. I'm sorry, mess up your name. Right now she's playing lights out. She's been playing lights out all year, and all she gets is the bottom of the ESPN on the bottom line. She don't get the highlights and all that. but Caitlin Clark does. And she's a rookie, and this girl is arguably probably the MVP of the league, hands down. And she's not getting the recognition, and that's what these girls are talking about. They're like, yo, there's other girls here that have worked hard and really working hard, and no one's covering the game. Y'all covering her. So you gotta understand where these girls are coming from. It's not hate. I don't believe it's hate towards Caitlin Clark. I don't think these girls dislike Caitlin Clark. I think they dislike the system and the media that is putting this girl on a pedestal. And I think that the way they did it, they put her on a pedestal before she even played an NBA game. And, before she even put the uniform on, they wanted to give her this praise, like she's bringing attention to women's basketball. If she was bringing attention to women's basketball, I would be highlighting all the games. It's almost like saying, some people would say, well, Jordan brought attention to they were already watching the games, but Magic and Bird brought the attention back to the game. Dr. Julius Erving, when they merged, when the NBA was dying out, and they merged the NBA with the ABA with the NBA. And they merged the ABA with the NBA. Dr. J was supposed to carry the torch. He tried carrying that torch, and he wasn't getting those championships. You know what I'm saying? And then Magic and Bird came in, and then they started winning the championships, and they created a rivalry, and that saved the NBA. And then Jordan took it to new heights because of the way he played the game. His way he jumped out the gym, his athleticism, and the way he played the game, put on that performance against Boston, that changed the league right there. When he won, then that's when he earned the praises of his players like Magic and Bird, and they saw what he could really do. So but they didn't just heap praise on Jordan until he really, like I said, he had to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? But Nike and Jordan made Nike. He brought Nike out of the abyss, and he created his own brand. So we comparing the girl Caitlin Clark to Mike. I don't understand how you do that, man. She's nowhere near Mike. Mike had his own shoe. Until Mike had people I want to be like Mike. He had Jordan vs. Bird. He had video games named after him, man, before he even won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like the players, they after that 86, after they dropped that 63 on the Celtics, and then the next year he hit this Craig Elo shot, and then you know what I'm saying, he was just getting better and better. They knew that he was probably the best player in the league. He just couldn't get it done in the playoffs. He didn't have the pieces around him. But once he started winning his championships, that's when his status elevated to the greatest, to the GOAT. And then he came back into that second three-peat. That just solidified everything. So I feel like we have to wait and see how Caitlin Clark's career goes. But as far as, her rookie year, she has a lot of hype. But she's not like Mike. First of all, Mike came out of college a champion. He was a champion in college. He hit the game on the shot in college. Now he wasn't projected to be, as great as he was coming out of college, but he was a champion coming out of college. He hit the game on a shot in college. They knew he was going to be a great player, but not to the level that he exceeded. And no one's exceeded that level since. Man is a global icon. I wish people would stop comparing people to him. It's not right. You can't compare something to Mike. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, the Caitlin Clark comparison is a little bit too far-fetched out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Mike had his own shoe. Where's her shoe? Mike had his own. He started his brand a little bit later, but Mike had his own shoe, what, 85, 86, 87, niggas started really, what I'm saying, like Jordans, man, like, come on, man, like, I gotta stop the comparisons. But as far as the hate, I don't think it's hate towards Caitlin Clark as much as it is hate towards the system. These young ladies are feeling like, they're not bringing attention to the game, they're bringing attention to her. If they're bringing attention to the game, these games, I'm not saying the ticket prices aren't going up or whatever, or they're not getting more NBA. Nobody pays attention to those games. I damn sure I don't watch the WNBA like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, I'm not, saying shitting on the young ladies, but I don't even be knowing the games be on like that. And then most of the games be blowouts. So the games are not as interesting to me, as, like I would want to tune into an NBA game, and it's nothing to, disrespect the ladies. It's just that, even my daughter was like, I'd rather watch the dudes play. And she was 6 when she said that. And I never do nothing to her mind about wanting to watch I'm like, you don't want to watch the women play, because I was watching the games, and I turned to the college basketball, and she was like, Daddy, I'd rather watch the men play. And I'm like, where that come from? She said, the men, they're more exciting to watch. Like a 6-year-old said that. So, and it's like, I'm like, but then, don't you want to, maybe you want to play basketball? Maybe, I could take you outside. We went outside and tried to shoot the ball a couple of times, and she wasn't really into it, you know what I'm saying? But, at 6 years old, she said that I'd rather watch the guys play the ladies. And I'm like, damn, man, I don't know what to say. Like, damn. I'm trying to encourage her to, like, look at ladies play basketball. I'm trying to, see if she's interested in sports. And she was like, well, I'd rather watch the guys. But, it's not to say that the women's basketball is like the college basketball was better, more competitive. Like the WNBA is like, it's not as competitive as the college games is. It's all like foregone conclusions who's going to be in the championships. Like, it's usually the Liberty's usually losing when they make it. There's usually a handful of teams that have championships. And the thing is, not a lot of teams in the league, like they gotta, but they need is an expansion. And, I feel like the WNBA should use Caitlin Clark to inspire more young ladies to play basketball, and they should market her a little bit more, get her some endorsements and things like that, like, so that you can push the WNBA to the younger generation so that they can gain some interest in it. We need to see her doing commercials. See, these are things that Jordan did early in his career that we're not seeing her in, like, too many commercials and stuff like that. Like, we need to see, like, some her interacting in some commercials, like, doing more interviews, we need to see her on TV a little more, and maybe do the same with some of the other WNBA players, because you see how Jordan got his shoe, and then Barkley had a shoe, Bo Jackson had a shoe, but he's not a basketball player, but, like, people started to get the shoes, you know what I'm saying, like, it became a trend, and she's not really, there's no trend behind her yet, like when Michael Jordan came in the league, he brought the baggy shorts, you know what I'm saying, he brought the Air Jordans, the black sneakers. They had people wanting to play in black sneakers, and remember the black Bugs Bunnies, and like all those different Air Jordans that came out, like, we wanted, so like there's no trend really with her yet. It's just hype around her, and just talks around her, and just a lot of attention. But where is the trend? Where's the trend, man? But you can't be mad at the WNBA players and say they're haters, because I don't think they hate this young lady. I think they hate the hype around this one girl, and then they're the ones. A lot of them have put a lot of work in, and they're not getting any recognition. That's what I think is the problem, and that's what I think these young women are trying to articulate. Like, yo, this little girl, I giving this girl all this praise and hype, and before she even played in the WNBA, and now everything she do, you guys are highlighting it, but you're not highlighting, like, you'll highlight Angel Reese because you're trying to create a rivalry. And so you can see it's being manufactured. It's not like Jordan earned. When you start comparing, like Jordan, I'm not saying she's not earning her publicity, but Jordan really earned every little thing he got because he didn't have the machine behind him in the beginning. Same thing with Kobe. Kobe had to earn his stripes, man. With her, it's like she was balling, but she wasn't really earning the stripes, man. She wasn't winning anything, man. Like, she hasn't won anything yet. But we gotta give her time. She may win some championships, you never know. But at the end of the day, we can't just praise her and say, oh, she's big enough to lead, she's making the league better, we're getting more ratings. You gotta show me these ratings, man. Them games beyond, I don't even be knowing the games beyond, man. You know what I'm saying? Until I see the box score or some shit, like, or it'll be 1 or 2 games on at a time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to see more televised games. We need a rivalry in the WNBA. We don't have that. And when it first came out, you had Cynthia Cooper and them. It was balling. You know what I'm saying? Like, back then, you had the Liberty. What was homegirl name, man? I forgot her name, man. But you had, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were trying to build something, and it was promising in the beginning. Even though Houston dominated that shit the first 4 years, you could see, like, all right, we on to something. Now, what's the rivalry? They was trying to build it with Angel Reese and the reason. And another thing, I didn't think Angel Reese, even though shout out to her, she's out for the season. Hopefully her wrist is better. She said it's a wrist injury. But I didn't think she deserved Rookie of the Year, because you're not winning. Caitlin Clark is winning. Her team is winning. Their team is in a, they're struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't give you Rookie of the Year. She's producing results, man. She's getting wins. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be better. They're going to be a rivalry, hopefully. But that's what's going to bring attention. We need rivalries. We need to bring interest to the game, not just one player. But with that being said, I'm out, man. Many Face Publishing. Have a good night, God bless. I'm going to get the fruit out of here.